Alright everyone, welcome back to Phasmophobia. Today we're back to do some more No Sanity, No Evidence. This is episode number 23? 23 or 24, the number's in the title. But we're gonna head in here, we have our custom settings as usual. We have 0 sanity, of course, this is No Sanity. And no evidence. We have medium hunt duration, 0 grace period. We're not worrying about it spawning on top of us. We're just trying to get it as quickly as possible. We have every single hiding spot as well. And we're going to go in here and see what we can do. Now, I do have my speedrunning loadout here. We're ready to go. I do have the tier 1 dots projector because we want to be getting the bunnies as well. And I'm going to set this to the tier 2 firelight, just in case we need to do the Onryo test. The tier 2 firelight is actually better than the tier 3 because there's more candles on it. The ghosty actually has a higher chance of blowing it out. And tier 2 incense, because we just want to be slowing it down a little bit once the ghosty gets close to us. We don't want to stun it fully with the tier 3, but the tier 1 is a little bit more unsafe. So tier 2 is a good balance. And then tier 2 salt, of course, because we don't want to be slowing the ghost down with salt. That's just a test for the Wraith. But we're going to be going through all the small maps. That means the entire top row here, including Camp Woodwind. And seeing how we do. We have 2 Easter maps. Let's head in here and see what we can do. Hope you guys enjoy. Alrighty, so we're gonna grab the key here. I got my timer in the top right so we can test for the spirit and demon. Let's grab a flashlight, salt, incense, and lighter, and we'll go in here and see kind of what we can do. Put the salt down to test for the Wraith, obviously. And I'm not gonna use the tier 2 headgear. We need the flashlight to test for the Raichu and the Myling, and the tier 2 headgear is a little bit, I don't know, it feels a little weird for me to use, not gonna lie, but let's see what this ghosty is. Let's get these lights on. Got a hand right there in the hallway, excuse me. Here we go. It's not a Myling. I hear its footsteps beyond range of my flashlight flickering. Excuse me, ghosty. Can you please come over here? Thank you. It's gonna stop hunting. Not a Wraith. Not a Phantom Oni. Well, that rules out a few ghosties. I didn't get the chance to smudge it, but we know it's not a Myling because you can only hear the Myling's footsteps once it is close enough in proximity to where your flashlight has begun to flicker. Well, we heard it beyond that range, so it's not a Myling. It's not a Revenant. The Revenant would have beelined it toward me once I had line of sight. That confirms it's not an Oni. The Oni can't do the airball, and the Oni is also much more visible while it's hunting. The Phantom would have been much harder to see while it was hunting. The Thay would have been bullet speed at its youngest and fastest when we first enter the map, so it's not a Thay. That ghosty seemed more normal-ish speed. It could be a Bambo Twins. I need to hear it again. It's not a Wraith because it stepped in the salt. It's not a Moroi because the Moroi would be relatively bullet speed. And it's not a Haunted because the Haunted would be incredibly slow with the breaker on. Haunted speed is based on temperature. So with the breaker on, the temps are warm. So the ghosty just tried to flank me, excuse me. Timer started. It spawned in the same room as me. It's not a Shade. The Shade can't do that. The Dia would have beelined toward me in my hiding spot here. And the Dayan would be incredibly slow as I stand still. The Dayan is only fast when you're moving around, and it's slow when you're not moving around. The Raichu would have sped up on my flashlight. And I kind of need to see it a little longer. Let's go grab another incense real quick, and maybe a video camera. We can see if this thing is a mimic. I need to find out kind of where it's coming from. It spawned right next to me, which is kind of... Maybe I'll grab a crucifix instead, because I don't want to get cooked. We're coming up on a minute, so once the ghosty is smudged, the demon will take 1 minute to regain the ability to hunt. Most ghosts regain the ability at 1 minute 30 seconds on the timer. The spirit will take 3 minutes to regain that ability to hunt. I think this is just normal speed. It's not Bambo Twinsies, at least I don't think. Let's just chill over here. Hopefully it doesn't spawn on top of me. We know it's not a Wraith. Now, the Banshee does have the potential to roam to me. You know it's not a Phantom. The Phantom also roams to you. The way you differentiate the Phantom from the Banshee is that when the Banshee roams to you, it doesn't leave an EMF reading, whereas when the Phantom roams to you, it does leave an EMF reading. And when the Wraith teleports to you, it will leave an EMF2 reading at your location. Excuse me, ghosty. Okay, I'm glad I brought that. I don't want this thing spawning on me. Excuse me. Well, I tried to hunt before 3 minutes, so it's not a spirit. But I tried to hunt after 1:30. Chill back here. Kind of see what's going on. We'll loop it around the car. So in the new Tanglewood, the car is a little bit lower, so we can actually see the ghost over the top of it, which is quite nice. It's quite a bit nicer. We'll see if this is an Obake with the shape-shifting. It tried to spawn in there. Any shape-shifting? I think... It's just line of sight speed. Smudged. No shape-shifting, it's not an Obake. The Galu would have a distinct speed by now for sure, so the Galu becomes enraged when you use protective equipment, like salt, or smudge stick, or a crucifix. And upon using it, the Galu would become enraged, and it would become faster. Now, the Galu has 3 states: normal, exhausted, and aggressive, or enraged. So I just described how it would become enraged. After becoming enraged, it would become exhausted and slow down, and then it would go back to normal speed after a little bit. We'll grab another incense here. I might bring a video camera this time. I don't think it's yokai. It found me pretty easily behind the dining room table earlier. We'll chill in the garage and kind of see if it finds me, maybe close a door. I didn't see Jin's speed. Jin would have sped up beyond 3 meters away. The breaker's still on, right? Oh, the breaker's off. Excuse me. When the ghosty turned the breaker off, that means it's not a Jin. Or Sherzies. It's been a minute. If it's a demon, it can hunt. It's not a Yurei. The Yurei cannot slightly open doors. The Yurei can only fully open and close doors. And it does it in a slower animation. Now, when you see a ghosty fully open or close a door, that doesn't immediately mean it's a Yurei. When a normal ghosty closes a door fully, it will do it in a full slam, like really quickly. But when the Yurei does it, a little bit slower. Was that me that turned that on? I think that was the ghosty. So it turned on a light. It's not a mare. The mare can't turn on lights. It's coming down to the wire here. It can hunt again if it wants to. It didn't hunt before 1:30. This thing seems to be following me and changing rooms. It's probably not Goryo then. I need to check temps afterwards, but are there any... Is this a Banshee roaming to me? I'm getting Banshee vibes from this one. I'm getting Banshee vibes from this ghosty, excuse me. Excuse me. Okay. So I think we'll chill in the garage again. I'm gonna grab a crucifix, an incense, and I don't want to grab a paramic, because the Banshee, of course, has the unique Banshee scream you can test for on the paramic. Bring a crucifix. Maybe... Yeah, I guess there's a paramic. I don't know, we don't need candles right now. Got my filter on so you guys can see. We'll head back in here and try to stay safe as we wait on this ghosty. Actually, you know what? I could chill. So this is the ghost room for sure. And there were no ghost orbs, right? Yeah, I see my breath in here. There's no ghost orbs. It's definitely not a mimic. No mimic orbs. Let's head over to the nursery. Actually, we could chill back over here. And use... There's also a hiding spot in here. Use the paramic to see if it's a banshee. But I also might want to grab a candle. Let's go grab a candle real quick. We'll bring a candle to do the Onryo test. The Onryo cannot try to hunt without first blowing out a candle if it's in proximity to the candle. You get a picture of the bone, the burned crucifix, and we can probably just get the 3 objectives, honestly. Here we go. And then the bone. Don't mind if I do. And we'll head in here. Don't you do it, don't you do it, ghosty. No, you're right out there. Is this a poltergeist? I'd be throwing quite a bit, I don't know. Okay, well, it's done hunting. Let's hold out the paramic for a little bit and see if we get a banshee scream. I'll give it maybe 3 to 5 whispers. Typically, I give it about 3 to 5 whispers. Or just paramic sounds, and then I rule out the banshee if I don't get that scream. Woo! Okay, try to hunt without first blowing out the candle. And it roamed to me as well. I'm thinking this is a banshee. There's one sound. Just chill here and wait. I'm pretty sure this is a banshee. It also hasn't hunted after, or before 1:30 on the timer. I could smudge it again and try. Luckily it doesn't spawn on top of me. Typically with like a banshee, it's pretty risky. Give me the banshee scream. Do it! Give me the banshee scream! Okay. Well, I think... Oh gosh, this goes... It's used all the crucifix charges. It's too risky now without a crucifix. It's definitely not Goryo changing rooms like that. I didn't see Pulty throwing when it hunted earlier, so it's probably not that. And it hasn't hunted before 1:30 at all. My best guess is Banshee. Let's go ahead and take the guess. Come on, be a Banshee, please and thank you. We didn't get the scream, unfortunately. Oh, it was a Banshee, thank goodness. Okay, there we go, we got it. I didn't want to risk it any further. I probably would have gotten cooked if I did. But we didn't get the 3rd objective, that's fine. But we got 3,600, very nice. Also, I'm Prestige 20 now, for those that haven't seen. Also, this is the new Easter badge if you want to get it. I think the event goes until April 27th, so get this while you can. And yeah, let's move on to Edgefield. This is an Easter map. Oh, Edgefield with your one dinky looping spot around the couch. We'll see what we can do. I think instead of a flashlight, typically when I play in Edgefield, I've been bringing a paramic because I want to be listening to footsteps on different floors. And I'll bring a head cam instead. And I'll bring a salt, incense, and a lighter. We'll go in here and see what we can do. Oh, I hear a bunny! So the little hissing sounds, those are the bunnies. For those that don't know how it works, you go around, you look for these little nests with the bunnies in them, and you reveal them with dots, and then they activate and either speed up or slow down the ghost depending on whether the bunny runs away or charges at you. Yeah, I don't want it to spawn there. I knew it. I knew it, you stinky ghosty. Okay, timer started. I have no clue what this thing is yet. It's not Thay, Rev, Roy, Hantu, Dio. Not a Dayan either. It's not Phantom Oni. The Phantom and Oni would have a distinct blink, so the Phantom would be harder to see with a longer break between each time as visible. Whereas the Oni would be the opposite. It would be easier to see, which with a shorter break between each time as visible. It's not Thay. Thay would be bullet speed at its youngest and fastest. Revenant would have charged toward me when it detected me. The Moroi would be incredibly fast with my sanity at 0. And the Diogen would have beelined it toward me in my hiding spot, and then it would have slowed down when it got close to me. But we don't need the Paramac anymore since it's spawning on the first floor here. Typically only need that if it's on like the second floor. We can check for Gorbies and kind of see what this thing is. I don't know, I'll bring a crucifix. Yeah, I'll bring a crucifix. So it's been a minute. If it's a demon, it can hunt. I stepped over the salt and left an imprint, so it's not a wraith. I'm wondering if it wandered to me, if this is the ghost room and it wandered to me, or if it wandered from a different room. But I don't see any ghost orbs. We're coming up on 1 minute 30, so if it is a normal ghosty, it can now hunt. I might try to chill in here. I need to be careful. I don't want to be spawned on top of. Maybe I leave this below me. Oh, that covers most of the room, though. I really just want to loop it, though. You know what? Maybe I bring another... Instead of the video camera, we know it's not a mimic now. I bring another incense. And then I kind of wait in this hallway, maybe. Did it turn off the breaker? No, it didn't. Okay. Lights just went off after the hunt ended. So it hasn't hunted yet. Is this a spirit? So the spirit takes 3 minutes to hunt after being smudged. Or regains the ability to hunt at 3 minutes on the timer. It is throwing stuff in there. Excuse me, I'm going to chill over here. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do, ghosty. I think this is a spirit. Oh, never mind. It hunted before 3 minutes. It's a crawly, unfortunately. Normal blink, not pulty throwing, no shape shifting. Okay, timer started again. It hunted before 3 minutes, so it's not a spirit. It wasn't pulty throwing. I don't think it's Obambo twin speed. The Obambo has 2 states, calm and aggressive. It can change states every 2 minutes. When it's calm, it'll be slow. When it's aggressive, it'll be fast. And its speed variation, the slower and faster variation, are similar to the slower and faster variation of the twins. We have the slower and faster twin, of course. Let's grab a flashlight. Grab a flashlight and this. Actually, let's put this down. Bring the... no, not salt, not salt. Okay, I'll just drop that. We'll bring another incense. It didn't speed up around my headgear. I don't think it's a Raichu. I can rule that out. It's not Obaka. I didn't see it shapeshift. Galu would have had a varying speed depending on whether it's enraged, exhausted, or normal. When it steps in salt, uses a crucifix, or is affected by a smudge stick, its speed will change depending on what state it's in. It's not a shade evented in the same room as me. A shade can't do that. 1 minute 30, can hunt again if it wants to. I'm going to leave the timer going just in case maybe I miscalculated my previous timer. It's something like a spirit taking a little bit. We'll kind of see, though. Here we go. Yeah, hunted for 3 minutes. Okay, that was close. That was a close one, ghosty. I wonder if this ghosty is wandering to me, too. There's another banshee. I should probably check the name. I forgot to do that. So, as we know, the banshee and the Dayan can only be female. This ghosty is Kim Carter, so female? I think that might be a female. And that's all we know so far. Now, I think at this point... I have a smudge. I'm gonna use a thermo to find out definitively where the heck this ghosty is, because I'm kind of getting annoyed by it. Kind of annoying me just a wee bit. 19.1. I just threw something in here. So it's 15 degrees in here. A normal room is like 20 degrees. It's swapping. Oh, there's a spine there. Excuse me. It probably swapped from either the... Oh, it's somewhat cold in here too. Probably swapped from the kitchen to this hallway. maybe? It's like roaming to me. So it's not a Goryo, it's swapped rooms. I want to see if this thing is a Myling. That's the big question. That is the big question. Okay, it's after 1:30 again, so it can hunt again if it wants to. Again, the way the Myling works is you won't hear its footsteps until it is close enough in proximity to where your flashlight has begun to flicker while it is hunting. Whereas other ghosts, you would hear its footsteps further away. The Myling, you don't hear its footsteps until it's close. And the flashlight is just a good indicator. Oh gosh. I knew it. I don't think it's a yokai then. Because without line of sight, it found me behind that door. I'm going to rule out yokai. The yokai cannot detect your equipment unless it is within 2.5 meters of you. It can detect you when it's further away, but only if it has line of sight. I'm kind of confused. Oh, I used all my incense. Oh dear. Let's bring a crucifix in. We got to do some more nuanced tests now. And I'll drop the flashlight. Anything else I can rule out? Not quite. Not quite. I'm thinking it might have roamed to me again. Is this another banshee? What is going on? I'll put it right in here. It covers a bit of the kitchen, covers this hallway. And then I have the candle right here for the Onryo test. We'll wait to see if it turns on any lights. Should rule out the mare. And yeah. Yeah, that's all we can really... I'll hold out the paramic to see if it's a banshee, I guess. I'll sit at the stairwell here. I can run up there to hide if I need to. This is a pretty good spot. Also, the Easter decorations kind of help with the light a little bit, so... If you're wanting to play on an Easter map, you kind of don't really even need a flashlight. You can kind of see without it in some instances. You can try to hunt again if it wants to. I think it's in this room. Did it move to the living room? No, temps are like 20. I think yeah, it's definitely in this hallway. So we got the crucifix in the right spot. We just kind of got to wait and see. If it's an Onryo. If it's an Onryo. Oh dear. Come on, Ghosty, do your thing. Okay, it's hunting. Better not be up here. Okay, thank goodness. Telling you, crucifix placement is a very good skill to have. Having it at the bottom of the stairwell to you have an escape route. Escape routes are important. I can rule out demon at this point because it didn't hunt before 1:30 at all, so it's not a demon. I really don't know. I might move my crucifix again. So we have the hunt duration set to medium. It should be done by now. It hasn't turned off the breaker, which I'm kind of confused by. Is this a djinn? That's not a djinn. It didn't speed up beyond 3 meters away. The djinn will speed up beyond 3 meters away, then it'll slow back down to normal speed once it gets close to you. But that ghosty was like just normal speed all the way through. What a we keep got 2 generic ghosties back to back. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me with this? Okay, we're good. Well, let's back down here, and honestly, we could just wait. Shoot. I think it's spawning over here. Move my crucifix this way, and we'll hide in the lockers here. Yeah, it's in this room. Excuse me. Well, that means it's definitely not a Goryo. It's definitely not Goryo swapping rooms like that. There we go. Oh, I had to blow out the candle first. Is this an Onryo? I'm getting Onryo vibes from this one. So it blew out the candle first, which is a little bit suspicious. It's a little bit suspicious. Are you an Onryo? Onryo. 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 Oh, it's not an Onryo. Try to hunt without first blowing out the candle. Okay. Alrighty, well, we're in sketchy territory now that it's used both charges on the crucifix. Hey there! What are you doing on the stairwell? That's my escape route, Ghosty. What do you think you're doing? We wait back over here next to this hiding spot, and we pray. It's not a Myling. Is this like a Yurei? It probably detected my paramic, didn't it? Didn't it? Don't you do it, Ghosty. Okay, we're good. We got the crucifix right here. We'll chill with the paramic, or yeah, the paramic, and we get the Banshee scream. It's Banshee Mare Yurei. It's one of them. It's one of them. It's not a Myling. I heard its footsteps without my flashlight flickering. Okay, that confirms that. Is this like a mare? It's not Twinzo Bambos, but it's like, what is this ghosty? Mare Yurei Banshee. Well, if it were a Banshee, it would be roaming to me more, I feel. So like, I'm getting Mare Yurei vibes, maybe? The Banshee would be doing more singing events. There's one sound. Still next to this crucifix, hasn't wandered. I might rule out Banshee. The Banshee would have absolutely wandered to me right by now. But the question is it ever going to touch a door or a light switch? Gosh, mares and Ures. Mares and Ures! We're going to be patient with this one, guys. We're going to be patient with this one. So, as we know, the mare can't turn on lights. The mare is one of the ghosts you kind of have to identify by process of elimination. Now, it does have one unique ability where if you turn on a light switch near a mare, it has the ability, sometimes, to immediately turn that light switch back off. When it comes to the Ure has door interaction, unique door interactions. Hello, ghosty. That's not a singing event. So when the Ure interacts with a door, it can only fully open or close them. So if the ghost ever slightly opens the door, we can cross out the Ure. Did it just roam to me? Excuse me. Maybe it is Banshee. There's the second sound. This Edgefield run is taking so long because we keep getting stubborn ghosties. At least the Banshee in the previous one was like relatively easy, you know? It did a singing events, it was roaming to me. But oh my goodness, this is like a Ure. I could do the light switch test. The light switch test is, there's a third sound. Okay, I'm gonna cross out the Banshee. Okay, well there's all my crucifix charges. I'm gonna say Ure. I'm just gonna say Ure, that's my best guess. It could be a mare, it could be something like even a glitchy shade or a Banshee. Oh, it's something, or maybe even like a very stubborn demon. Oh my gosh, okay. It tried to hunt, it used the crucifix without first blowing out the candle. Oh my. Oh, it's not an Onryo. It tried to hunt without first blowing out the candle, okay. Onryos. It was far enough away to where it was able to use the crucifix, but it wasn't close enough to where it was considered in proximity of the candle. I don't know. Let's go ahead and go to Ridgeview, though. We'll keep moving on. Oh, Ridgeview. There's a bug recently where the bone was spawning outside of bounds. I think they fixed it in just like the most recent patch. But it was pretty silly. It was pretty silly, one could reasonably say. Now, I'm not going to bring the paramech this time, because typically on Ridgeview, the ghostie comes down here anyway. So we'll be chilling. We'll be chilling. Now we'll put a salt right in here, and right in here. And now I kind of just wait for the ghostie. Get some lights on. And our hiding spot's going to be right here behind this fridge. So we're good to go once that happens. And, yeah, that fireplace is completely covered in bunny nests. Oh, dear. That's an Oni. Has a very short break between each blink. It's very visible. I guess that run makes up for the extremely long Edgefield run that amounted to nothing. Oh dear. That's what happens when you have a stubborn Onryo. But there we go, we got an Oni. I'm just gonna go ahead and leave. Do we have any wood objectives? We're chilling, we'll just keep moving on. And there's our Oni. 2600, we got 23 Easter points for that, heck yeah. Let's move on to Nell's Diner. Now with Nell's Diner, there are two entrances. Ooh, also it's oh, it's a windy night here on Nell's Diner. Or is it daytime? I think it's kind of evening. Or morning. Who knows? We'll bring a flashlight, salt, incense, our lighter, and we'll go in through the side entrance. We'll honk the police car for good luck. I could also go in through this entrance. It kind of just depends on where the ghostie spawns. Side entrance works just because the breaker will sometimes spawn here. There we go. The breaker can sometimes spawn there. Not a big deal, not a big deal. Let's get these lights on. It's not a myling. I heard its footsteps beyond range of my flashlight. It's not a yokai. Because it found me. It detected my equipment beyond 2.5 meters away. It's not a wraith because it stepped in the salt. It's not Banshee Dane because it is a male ghostie. Grant Carter. Wasn't Oni Phantom Blink. I didn't even use my smudge, so we're chilling. We don't have to go back to the truck just yet. Not a yokai, that's right. Not a myling either. The yokai can't detect my equipment unless it is within 2.5 meters. And the myling, I wouldn't have heard its footsteps until it were close enough in proximity to where my flashlight had begun to flicker. Now, it's not a Thay, Rev, Moroi, Hantu, or Dio. Thay would have been bullet speed at its youngest. The Revenant would have beelined it toward me once it detected me. The Moroi would have been bullet speed at 0 sanity. The Hantu would have been slow with the breaker on. The Diogen would have beelined it toward me and then slowed down. Turned off the breaker. It's not a Jinn. The Jinn can't turn off the breaker. I'm kind of leaning Obambo Twinsies. think it's... It is slow, yeah. It's Obambo twins. It's slightly slow. Now, the way to differentiate between the Obambo and the twinsies, it could also be a mimic, is, so, as we know, there's the faster and slower variant for the twins. The Obambo has the faster and slower variant as well, the aggressive and calm state. The Obambo can change its state mid-hunt, whereas if the twins, say, sends out the slower twin, you're going to have the slower twin for the duration of that hunt. It won't be able to swap to the faster twin. So if it ever swaps to a faster variant during the hunt, we'll know it's an Obambo. It can just sometimes be a bit hard to look out for that. Let's get the breaker back on as well. I think it's right over here. Oh, don't spawn on top of me, Ghosty. Finally, we'll get these lights on, my goodness. I kind of just want to listen to its speed from a distance. I don't even really want to smudge it. In fact, let me head back and grab a paramic real quick. The footsteps will be the indicator, and I don't want it to have line of sight speed. And you know what? A crucifix as well. I guess I can drop my flashlight. There we go. Drop off my flashlight, bring a crucifix, because I do not want this thing spawning on me. Oh my goodness, all the noises. I think that was a slower variant. It's kind of hard to tell because it was doing so much. Also, this thing over here was masking the footstep noise. Okay, we're good. This ghostie's like wandering around the entire map. It's just looping around the entire map. This is one of those instances where the groaning of the ghost is louder than the footsteps, so it's kind of difficult to hear. That's done hunting. It's spawning back here, I think. Oh yeah, I see my breath in here. This is the ghost room. It turned off the breaker again. Are you kidding me? You kidding me with this? Oh dear, well... Oh my gosh, look at all those noises. Look at all those noises, my goodness. What on earth? It's fast. It didn't change its speed during the hunt. I kind of want to give it a few more hunts just to see. I think with the Obambo and the twins, the way to tell the difference... I mean, I've already told you, but like, a good strategy would be to just let it hunt a few times and just keep listening if there's any speed changes. Let's turn off this sync, that's annoying. I did not even need to use my smudge. Would you look at that? Just chill in here and see what happens. Let me get this light on. Get these lights on so you guys can see a little bit better. There we go. Yeah, a mimic would have changed abilities by now. It's not a mimic. That ghost was completely slow for the duration of the hunt. I think I'll give it one more hunt. One more hunt to see if it's Obambo twinsies. Or maybe a few more. It's like over here now. What the heck? I think it's doing double interactions too. Like ding the bell right after doing something else. So... that's making me think it's twins. Another way to tell if you have twins is double interactions. So if one twin does an interaction, there's a door touch, and then immediately ding the bell. This is definitely twinsies. Definitely twinsies. I'm going to go ahead and take the guess, and we'll head on out of here. Stinky twinsies. And there we have it. We got our twinsies. Let's go. That just took a little bit longer. Let's head on to Grafton here. Now, recently Grafton was completely broken with like something with the ghost traversal. It was like spawning in a weird spot. I'm gonna bring a paramic just in case it spawns in like the attic or something, we can still hear it. Bring obviously an incense, and since I want to be able to see, instead of salt, I'll bring a flashlight. I could bring even the tier 2 headlight is not the best for Grafton is so dark. It's hard to play on, in all honesty. Excuse me, Ghosty, I don't appreciate that. Why didn't I hear it on my paramic? It's not a myling. It's Maria. So it could be Banshee Day, and the Banshee in the day can only be female. Hantu would have been incredibly slow with the breaker on. Diogen would have beelined it toward me and then slowed down. The Dio's the looping ghost. Maroi would have been at bullet speed at 0 sanity. It could be Obambo twinsies, I need to hear it again. It wasn't Phantom, I would have noticed Phantom blink. Phantom is much more noticeably hard to see. Revenant would have beelined it toward me once it detected me. They would have been bullet speed at its youngest. And, yeah, that's all we know so far. I might, go get another incense. That's very rude of you, Ghosty. I can't believe you would do that. The disrespect. Right as I'm leaving. We'll grab another incense and we'll head back in here. And chill back over here and kind of aim toward just this entire side of the map. Get out. The ghost just yelled at me to get out. Excuse me. It's been 1:30, so if it is anything but a spirit, it now has the ability to hunt. Again, the spirit takes 3 minutes. Alright, I think this is a either shade or a spirit, so I'm going to leave and I'm going to take the guess of spirit. Let's go ahead and see. Hey, it was a spirit. Nice. 2600. Let's move on to Willow Street. We got 2 more maps. I'll go to Willow Street. I'll go to Willow. I like how I added the tier 1 dots into this loadout, but I never ended up using it for the bunnies. That's okay. But we'll grab the flashlight here. Chances are the ghosts are going to spawn in the basement. I'll bring salt, incense, lighter. The usual loadout. Sometimes I swap it up. I'll grab a paramic or something or a crucifix. But this time we'll just stick to the usual. We'll stick to the usual. Turn on the light here and put our salt down. Kind of just loop it. We'll loop it once through the living room here, then once through the kitchen there. We can do the yokai test from here with this door closed, and also the myling test too. And now it's just a waiting game, and it's a phantom. I can hardly see that thing. Oh my goodness, that was close. Okay, I should have been cooked there. I was not expecting it to spawn in the living room, especially since it's a phantom. Why did I not get cooked? Okay then. Let's head out then. There we go. We know it's a phantom because it had a very long break between each blink. It was very hard to see. There's our phantom. $2,004. Let's go on to Camp Woodwind. And this will be the last map. We'll bring a flashlight, salt, incense, lighter. Because with Camp Woodwind, there's only 1 floor. We're also going to turn on this campfire. And we're going to turn on these lights so we can actually see a little bit. Please don't hunt yet, Ghosty. Not yet. Sometimes when I do these no sanity, no evidence runs, the ghosty takes like so long just for that first hunt. I have to wait around and then I think it's a shade and I leave and it's a Gorio. We have Luke Rook, so it's not a Banshee or Dan. The Banshee and the Dan can only be female. Oh, it blew up the fire, the campfire. There we go. I don't know if it's myling. It's definitely not yokai. Oh, excuse me. It didn't leave an imprint in the salt. Where? Okay, alright. Is it a wraith? It didn't leave an imprint in the salt. What the heck? Oh, there we go. It's not a wraith. That was confusing. Is it a merit? Smash the lights here. Turn on the filters so you guys can see a little bit better. It's kind of near the picnic area, and it doesn't want to hunt next to me. Is it a shade, maybe? A shade can't hunt when it's near a player. Okie dokie, ghosty. Interesting. Kind of room to... Woo! It's a Jinn. I think it's a Jinn. It's either Jinn or Raichu. So the Raichu will speed up around electronics, but the Jinn will speed up beyond 3 meters away and then slow back down to normal speed once it gets close to you. That ghosty definitely sped up randomly. Now, it could also be a Galu. I don't think it's Galu. After stepping in the salt, it would have been enraged from the get-go. It's definitely none of these guys. I've already described them before in the earlier runs of this video. All these ghosties would have a distinct speed. It could also be Obambo, changing speeds during the hunts like I was talking about. Maybe bring another incense and we'll get another hunt for this. I'm kind of worried it's a Banshee though, so let me put this back. I'll keep it on me. I'll drop the flashlight though and bring a crucifix. I want to be careful about this thing. Maybe we chill back over here. I gotta keep on the move, otherwise the thing is gonna spawn on top, or try to spawn on top of me. It won't be able to, not with this crucifix here. But I'm gonna wait here and see what happens. Turned off the breaker, it's not a Jinn. So that answers that question, which means it's either Raichu... Is it Raichu? Its speed is normal right now. Look at our timer going at least. But maybe I'll set up an electronic and chill back here again. I'll grab an electronic. I could just grab my flashlight. Incense and flashlight. Now that we have our crucifix in there. I could have sworn it sped up randomly. I don't think it's Obambo. I don't think it's Obambo. That ghosty seemed completely normal speed. Twins No Bambo would have either the faster or slower variants. It wasn't Phantom Oni Blink. Shade, I don't think would have spawned as close to me as it did earlier. It's definitely, it's hunting from different rooms, changing rooms. I don't think it's Goryo. I didn't see shapeshifting. It's probably not Obake, but I might need to see it for longer. I'm pretty sure it's just a Raichu. It's been a minute, so if it's a demon, it can hunt. Okay, you stinky ass ghosty. You smelly ass ghosty. I'm gonna turn that off. That's gonna be annoying. Little stovetop. There's a noise and a half. That's a noise and a half right there. Alright, it's been a minute 30, so if it is anything but a spirit, it now has the ability to hunt. That's normal speed. And then if I bring a flashlight over... Yeah, that's a Raichu. Yeah, it's a smelly Raichu. It sped up once I turned on my flashlight. There we have it. Sweet. Oh, there we go. It's every small map, guys. Did I get any objectives done? Oh, no, it's fine. I didn't even want to use that crucifix. How dare. How dare you, smelly Raichu. Well, let's head back to the lobby and take our guess. Now there we have our Raichu speeding up around the flashlight. And yeah, we got 2,000. We got some Easter points as well. Maybe it's the 21st that the event ends. I might have been wrong at the beginning of the video. Well, it's okay, but I'm going to end the video here, guys. Thank you for watching. Make sure to join the Discord if you haven't. The link will be in the description. I appreciate you guys. Thank you to all my members for supporting my content. I appreciate each and every one of you for your continued support. It means a lot to me. I don't have a streaming schedule. I kind of just stream whenever I'm best able to. But thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye, everybody.